guys, Dave Norona down here at the Toronto ATV and Snowmobile Show. And I've been coming to this show for like 4 or 5 years. I absolutely love it. We're in here early this morning, so it's just getting started, but it is an amazing show and it gets really busy. But today I want to take you through the Ski-Doo Summit Adrenaline with Edge package. Now, we all know Spring Check happened a long time ago. That's where you can order your Summit X or the Expert with 32 front end or a free ride. But in season right now, this is what will be on the dealer showroom and what you can purchase. And it's really important because it's not a downgrade. In fact, this year we have an upgrade. It's the first time ever you can order an in-season snowmobile with the 850 Turbo. So you can get 3 engine configurations for the Summit Adrenaline with Edge package: the 600, the 850 naturally aspirated, or of course that 850 Turbo. So if you want the Turbo, I suggest you get into the dealers as quick as possible. So what's great about this snowmobile is everybody knows I ride a Summit X. Why I love the Summit X is that it's the lightest, easiest sled to ride. And so if you're coming in as a new rider, or even a seasoned rider, this snowmobile is going to be the lightest and easiest to ride snowmobile on the market today. And it all starts off at the front end here with the DS3 ski. And this is an adjustable ski. You can adjust it to either 34 inches in the narrow, 35, or 36 in the wide. And it also has powder tips, so you can take those off. Those powder tips are great for a little more flotation in the deep snow. And then in spring riding, or if you'd like to do lots of tree riding, you can take those off and you get a more precise turn. So really a lot of adjustability in there. And then let's talk about the KYB suspension. So, you know, because the shocks don't have piggybacks, people always think that they're not very good. KYB, it's funny, you put them on a dirt bike and they're one of the best shocks in the world. You put them on a sled and they're like, nah, they're just whatever. Remember, the internals are all the same here, but it just has a simple adjust. And the only, I guess, drawback to the suspension would be that it's not serviceable. So you can't, once they're done, they're kind of done. But it's a great way to get in for a price point. And if you want to, a lot of people actually snow check this sled. And then, especially if they're going to upgrade the suspension to say like a Fox or another piggyback suspension, because they get it for a good price, and then they use that money they saved to put into a shock package. So there's lots of room that you can do here. When we get on the snowmobile, it again now comes with that little bit shorter riser. Riser is really dependent on your height. So a good dealer will help you get the right riser for you, and that means you're going to have the best control of the snowmobile, and you're going to be a better rider. I know everybody talks about different handlebars and different grips and all that stuff, but really the most important is the setup. So that this handlebar is a little high for me. You can see I have bend in my arms, especially when I have my boots on. So I'm going to be using my arms more than the big muscles. So you want straight arms with a slight bend. That means when you're moving, you're actually using your body weight, the bigger muscles in your back, not your little puny arms like me. And another great feature on the Summit Edge Adrenaline with Edge package is we have stamp boards. I would say that used to be an issue, but now it's not, because they're really opened up, so the snow just evacuates really, really quickly. And really beefed up the area at the back here, so these boards are super stiff. And then you also, at the back here, get the short tunnel. So I remember when we had short tunnels first in 2020, people were like, that doesn't make a difference. Probably one of the biggest difference on the snowmobile. And what it does is it just allows snow to evacuate out the back, but also it doesn't get hung up on the snow as you get into that deeper snow. So you get all these amazing things that you're getting with the Summit X or Summit X or Summit with Expert package in an in-season snowmobile. Okay, so really, really cool. This has T-Motion as well. So again, T-Motion is, let's say, had come out with a bad image to some, but it's probably one of the best things in a snowmobile. It's for that initiation. So T-Motion moves 2 degrees. People think that once you're moving the snowmobile, that thing is moving. It's just like a car tire going down the road. If your tire falls off, it's going to go straight. The centrifugal force after you get up to 15 kilometers an hour, T-Motion does not move. And I know everybody thinks, so I go through tracks and it's the T-Motion. I said, you're moving, causing more disturbance on the snowmobile than T-Motion ever would. But where it really helps is that initial initiation in your stop to get that sled on edge. And and it just makes it easier to do so. So that's a little bit about the Summit Adrenaline with Edge package. And the last thing we're going to talk about is a couple of accessories. So one of the things that people, now that we have the belt, if you order it with the big screen, your belt goes, you have a box on here, not this one, but you have a box that you can put your belt in, and it houses the battery. If you don't, you have this little belt holder. So I'm not a fan of that because that little belt holder is easy for someone to know to steal your belt, and it's easy to do. So a great upgrade is this cool toolbox. So it houses your belt, but also gives you ample space, so you can put your toolkit back here, anything extra that gives you quick access. And then my favorite bag, because I just like one tunnel bag, is this is the Deep Snow Expandable bag. So this thing expands if you want, and you can pack it right down if you carry a little stuff. And it houses a shovel. This is where your handle goes in here, and then your blade goes in this side here. You can also fit a shovel in here. It's got a spot for your shovel. So really quick access. Remember, you always need to have your Avi gear on your back, including a probe, shovel, and your Avi pack. But you're going to use this shovel here 10 times out of 10. Even if there was an avalanche and I'm with my sled, I can grab this sled faster than I can take my Avi pack off and get that shovel. So I'm going to use this all the time. But of course you need to have one on your person in case you get separated. And then it's got amazing, this huge area for all your gear. Okay? It's got a little battery in here that's hooked up. It's got 2 pouches for dry gear. So, or you want to put wet gloves in here after you go through a set of gloves or goggles, they go in here and keeps everything else nice and dry. This is my favorite bag. It's one link to come on and off, and it's got a handle. It makes a guy like me look important because it's kind of like a briefcase, right? I don't have a real job, so it's kind of my briefcase looking job. But that's a little bit about the Summit Adrenaline with Edge package in season. So you'll see this in your dealers. Get down there today and check out all the accessories so you can get this one package, package it all nice, then send you home and you're ready to buy.